Another day, another day in my life vlog. Hi, welcome back to my channel. For those who don't know me, my name is Catherine, and I of course started out my day by heading to the gym. It was leg day, so of course, gotta pump that iron, gotta get those muscles working. After heading to the gym, I am now in my car and I don't know what I'm going to do for the rest of the day, to be honest with you. It just snowed out here in New England. A huge storm came through. We got 24 inches of snow, so 2 feet of snow, and now I want to get out of the house because I was kind of getting a little stir crazy, but I want to keep the stuff that I'm doing to be indoors, if that makes sense, because it is so cold and nasty out with all of the snow. So, what I think I'm going to do now maybe is go to a cafe, get myself some sort of a hot drink, maybe a pastry, and then go thrifting and then see what the rest of the day brings. I am now at the thrift store. As you can see, I don't have anything in particular that I'm looking for, but I do have some coupons because if you do donate here, you do get 10% off coupons. So I'm just having fun looking around. But anyway, I did go to a cafe earlier. I have this saved playlist or guide on my Apple Maps on my phone of different cafes to try out. So I did try this cafe for the first time called I think it's called Cafe Mundu or Mandu, something like that. I don't know how to pronounce it, but I got a hot dirty chai latte, and then I also got one of their breakfast sandwiches, which was like a waffle sausage, egg, and cheese breakfast sandwich, and it was okay. The chai latte, the dirty chai latte, I should add, and the waffle sausage, egg, and cheese breakfast sandwich were all right. They weren't the best things I've ever had from a cafe. There's definitely other cafes that I prefer, but I'm glad I checked it out because I did hear pretty good reviews about it. But let's just enjoy being here at the thrift store. I mean, not we. I'm gonna enjoy being at the thrift store right now and just looking around and having fun. So let's see what we can find. If I'm being honest with you, this thrift store experience was not a success. I was very overstimulated because it was so busy in there, and also they didn't really have a lot of great selections available because there were so many people there. Maybe that was it, because it seemed like a lot of the good stuff was gone, and I usually have pretty good luck in this thrift store. But anyways, I did find one item that I did buy with one of the coupons that I had, and let me show you. Ta-da! Isn't this so cute, this little mug? It looks like a cat. It looks like my daughter Lucy. Next stop is going to be Trader Joe's. I already have my main groceries for the week, but I do want to pick up a bouquet of flowers, possibly, maybe some snacks, things like that. So let's head there now. I just got out of Trader Joe's and I want to show you what I got because I went in there basically with no game plan. And you know how that is when you go into Trader Joe's. Because I had already bought all my groceries for the week, I was letting Trader Joe's tell me what I needed. So let's get into what I got. So starting off with the flowers, I got this bouquet, and I don't know if you can see, but I've never seen a flower look like that before. I thought it was very like wintry looking, but also Valentine's Day themed because Valentine's Day is coming up, and this is like a blush, sort of a pink color. I'm assuming like if I put it in water that these petals will open up and I'll be able to see the flower better, but I've never seen a flower like this before. Apparently it's called a premium pink protea. I don't even know if that's how you correctly pronounce the name of that flower, but it's pretty, so I got it. And then I'm almost out of like my sleepy time tea, if you know what I mean. It has like that bear on the outside of the packaging. So I thought I would get some more like sleep inducing type tea. So I just got this chamomile tea and it looks like it would be good. I don't know. It's just the stereotypical Trader Joe's brand, but who can go wrong with chamomile tea? And then the next two things are pretty interesting. I had never seen something like this before. This is like a spicy chai tea latte mix. So I thought I would give this a try. I also got the green tea latte version of it as well. Let me get it out of here. Here it is. So basically, I think there's about 5 servings per container of each of these. And I'm really excited to try those because all you literally have to do is put like a tablespoon or two into your mug and then use hot water and stir it in. So it seems pretty easy. I think it's pretty foolproof. I'm no barista, which, may I add, my first job was being a barista when I was like a senior in high school, but that's besides the point. I've basically lost like all knowledge of being a barista, so all the easy type barista stuff that I can get, I'll get, including these 2 tea latte mixes. I almost dropped those, but anyways, those are the things that I got, and I'm really happy with my decision to get all of these things. I think that I'll definitely use all of it. But anyways, I'm going to head home now and see what I get up to. So I'm actually editing this video right now behind me, but I wanted to take this opportunity to talk about the book that I'm currently reading, and that is My Grandmother Asked Me to Tell You She's Sorry by Frederick Bachman. I did read one other of Frederick Bachman's books last year in April of 2025. It was called A Man Called Ove or Ovu, something like that. I don't know how to pronounce the name. It's a Swedish name, so please forgive me if I mispronounce it. But I really enjoyed that book last year. The book that I just mentioned, A Man Called Ove, however you pronounce it. So I wanted to check out another book by Frederick Bachman. So, like I mentioned, I am reading My Grandmother Asked Me to Tell You She's Sorry. And I'm listening to that via audiobook on Libby. And for those who don't know, Libby is like a library app where you get to borrow basically digital formats of books or audiobooks. So you simply just enter your library card number and you can access audiobooks and digital formats of books via the app, which is super, super awesome and convenient. This isn't sponsored, by the way. I just use the app a lot and I find it very useful. But I have been a big audiobook reader, listener, however you want to say that, But I have been listening to a lot of audiobooks recently, is what I'm trying to say, because of the fact that I am so busy. I do Uber Eats and DoorDash full time right now, so I don't really have the time to like physically sit down and read an actual book. So listening to audiobooks has been a lifesaver in terms of like the consumption of books that I'm getting. But I'm enjoying this book so far. Like I mentioned, it's called My Grandmother Asked Me to Tell You She's Sorry by Frederick Bachman. I don't want to give away too much, but basically, it's about this young girl that we're following, and she's 7 or 8 years old, and tragically, her grandmother passes away. That's not a spoiler, by the way. It's literally like in the synopsis of the book. But essentially, it's just like her navigating grief, and it also has a lot of flashbacks of her time spending with her grandmother. But there's like a little bit of a mystery, I guess, tied into the story where this young girl has to figure out this scavenger hunt that her grandmother leaves her when she passes away. So it's been interesting basically following this young girl's narrative and basically figuring out why her grandmother left her what she left her, if that makes sense. But I just wanted to give that little bit of an update of what I'm reading. As you can see, I made it home. I am in my pajamas. I made some tea, and I'm gonna hop into bed behind me with my cat Lucy and watch some Disney vlogs for the rest of the night. But thank you so much for joining along on today's adventure with me. I hope you enjoyed it. Make sure to do all the YouTube things that you know how to do, like, comment, and subscribe, and I'll see you in my next one. Bye!